Welcome back to 118 Diecast Cars, and in today's video we're going to be reviewing this 118 Porsche 911 GT3 or the 991 by Minichamps. So this particular car is in red, as you can see, and they do it in a silver. Now the silver just doesn't look as good as the red. The red really suits this car well. But I would put this at one of Minichamps' lower end detailed cars, as you will see, because I'm starting a new series where I review specific car brands. So you know that I do a brand face-off where I pitch a brand versus another brand. Well, this is going to be another video that will go into the tips section, which was started the other week, which was where do I store my model cars. This will be another video that will follow this one, which will be about Minichamps itself, which will be Minichamps will be the first video that kicks it all off. So this is something that you guys can expect to see on the channel within the next couple of months, and so on. Right, so let's get straight to the car. So at the front of the car, you'll notice that the headlamps have this like silver trim around the light, which is to represent the actual silver trim that's on the car itself. And this is this is represented really well, giving that light the extra look that you would expect on the actual real car. And you can see the bulb, but it has got a slight pin in it, which doesn't really matter to the fact that it still looks good anyway. And there's also a pin on this side here within the little indicator bit, which is quite noticeable and clearly being able to see. Now, the actual air intakes are all done with this cheap plastic, which reminds me of the Maisto sort of look, but it doesn't actually look as bad, because I'm presuming that there is black as this on the normal vehicle. It doesn't look too bad, as you can barely even see the design. It just looks like black, like to show the depth of it, and the black little lip underneath. And it's also got a button underneath, as most Minichamps do, to help you get within the front bonnet area. So this is all black in here with barely any detail, apart from where you have the storage place for the water, for the wind wipers and as such. But apart from that, it's all black, like I just said, and it's got no carpet in the actual boot space compartment. And that's really it for the front of the car, apart from the fact that it's got a sticker for the Porsche logo. And I believe this is painted. I do think that's a sticker as well. And then you've got the little towing eye on the front as well. Right, so this car features a little bit of suspension in the front, but as you can hear, it doesn't sound great. It actually doesn't make a lot of noise, to be fair. The front wheels seem rather stiff, but I've just noticed there's something in the front of this one that's stopping this one from moving, which I'll need to sort out. I think it was one of the bands when, like, the wheels are connected to when you get it from new. I think I need to sort that out. But yeah, it does feature suspension there, and in the wheels on the back have like a slight indent to give it that more depth, and the wheels actually turn rather well and are connected to the steering wheel inside, as you can see there. The wheels feature red brake calipers that say Porsche on it, and the actual discs in the background do move within the calipers, as they should. Now, if we just move to the underside of the vehicle, you'll notice that the whole of this back section is chromed with a chrome plate to cover up the bottom of the engine, which is the cover so the engine doesn't take any damage from any bumps on the road, stuff like speed bumps and other things like that. And then you can see the exhaust pipes that come from these triple tubes here into this, which leads then into the middle exhaust. Now, this actually looks really, really nice from the rear stance of it, if I just do that, you'll notice that just from there, or if I just turn the wheels the other way, that stance of the car, really, if I saw a picture like that, I would instantly put my name down for one. If you know what I mean, any Porsche fan will definitely like the look of this. The rear spoiler is absolutely huge and sculpted well. It is not plastic, that is actually metal, which is one of the only quite very good quality parts of this car. I'm not saying that the quality of it isn't great, but is amazing, sorry, but there is things that I think they could have done differently. One thing that I do like about the back is that the exhausts are black, and they're black in the inner, which just makes them look, with all that, so much more depth than some of the Maestos that you see. The actual rear engine, there's nothing much to it. It is literally just that. But the way they can get away with this is that is exactly what you can see from the actual rear of the car itself. You can't really see much more than that. The rear lights have this DRL for the daytime running lights going through the middle, and then the other LEDs in the bottom right hand corner. And then you've got the other lower down lights. I believe one of them will be the reverse lights. Oh no, them in the centre, the silver will be the reverse lights, and they'll be the DRLs. And then you've got another towing port on the back, and then another sticker for the registration plate. Now the Porsche, I believe that's a sticker as well with the GT3, but it does look very nice as well, and it definitely suits the car. There's a sense of real like body sculpting into this. As you can see down here, they've got the air intake, which just actually suits the car, and with the stance, it definitely suits the car. It looks like a Porsche, and it looks how it should be from the real car. But something that I would have liked to have seen was like the aero kit maybe added with the little intake on the side here as well, or something like that. I don't know. And I think it's a shame that it wasn't there. Now I've just noticed that the window looks like it's popping up, as you can see there. If you can see, there's a slight little movement. It doesn't look like it's coming out, but there's just a bit of movement in there, which is something to be aware about. Now the problem with this is something I don't suffer with on other models, but if you try to open it with this, sometimes you can catch the plastic in the thing, so it is just easier just to open it by the wind mirror, and thankfully these wind mirrors are actually very sturdy. Sorry. Now, as far as the interior goes for this car, it is completely black, as you can see there. It's got some silver trim to it, which is nice. As you can see, it is the semi-automatic, and it'll have the floppy paddles. When we go around the other side, it has the GT3 logo on the little screen there, and it features the clock in the centre, which is something that Porsches nowadays always seem to have on their cars. It's like a little signature thing. Then we've got chrome on the top of the glove compartment, and then you can see the little handle there for it and the air con. And all these buttons down the centre are all painted with a slight silver on it. And I've just noticed in the back, if you can see through there, you can see like the chrome transmission tunnel. It says GT3 on it, which is a nice little touch. There is obviously no rear seats in this car. And if we go around to the side, you can see the little GT3 logo quite clearly actually there. But something I'd just like to quickly point out is the fact that it has no carpeting whatsoever inside, but it does have like a texture to it on the plastic sculpt for the base of the car itself. And you can see the indicator stalk and the paddle shift gearbox there, and you can see there the steering wheel's actually rather loose, and the speedometer has like a sticker over it where it should be. As you can see, that the interior on this car isn't great. Most mini champs that I've seen before have been rather okay. They haven't been really bad like this, but nevertheless, I think the whole appearance of the outside of the car has been done very well, and I think if you're not really going to be bothered to like have the doors open and frequently show people inside what it looks like, then if you just got it on a shelf looking at the car as like an ornament, I can't really see you having any problems with it. So for the outside, matter of fact, I think it is absolutely gorgeous. It's stunning. It's well worth the money, considering that it wasn't particularly greatly expensive, but it is a mini champ, so it does have a slight price tag over a Maisto. But as far as the looks go, it looks great. And the interior isn't that bad, but there is some slight niggles there, I suppose. So please leave a comment in the description what you think to it, and whether you like it, and whether you feel like you would buy one, or what you think to the slight niggles with it. But I think as far as it goes, I think it's okay. As of all, it is a Porsche. It looks absolutely stunning. Don't get me wrong. The actual car itself looks gorgeous. The real one and the model. But there's just some slight tweaks that could have been made here and there. So, thank you for watching. Please rate and subscribe. Bye.